The most important thing to do if you find yourself in a hole is to stop digging. Risk comes from not knowing what you're doing. The difference between successful people and really successful people is that really successful people say no to almost everything. There comes a time when you ought to start doing what you want. Take a job that you love. I think you are out of your mind if you keep taking jobs that you don't like because you think it will look good on your resume. Should you find yourself in a chronically leaking boat, energy devoted to changing vessels is likely to be more productive than energy devoted to patching leaks. Rule number 1, never lose money. Rule number 2, never forget rule number 1. It's better to hang out with people better than you. Pick out associates whose behavior's better than yours, and you'll drift in that direction. Tell me who your heroes are, and I'll tell you how you'll turn out to be. In the world of business, the people who are most successful are those who are doing what they love. What the wise do in the beginning, fools do in the end. Games are won by players who focus on the playing field, not by those whose eyes are glued to the scoreboard. People always ask me where they should go to work, and I always tell them to go to work for whom they admire the most. You will continue to suffer if you have an emotional reaction to everything that is said to you. True power is sitting back and observing things with magic. True power is restraint. If words control you, that means everyone else can control you. Breathe and allow things to pass. In the business world, the rearview mirror is always clearer than the windshield. If you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you will work until you die. You've got to keep control of your time, and you can't unless you say no. You can't let people set your agenda in life. Opportunities come infrequently. When it rains gold, put out the bucket, not the thimble. Do not save what is left after spending. Instead, spend what is left after saving. The most important investment you can make is in yourself. We don't have to be smarter than the rest. We have to be more disciplined than the rest. If you buy things you do not need, soon you will have to sell things you need. I don't look to jump over 7-foot bars. I look around for 1-foot bars that I can step over. It takes 20 years to build a reputation and 5 minutes to ruin it. If you think about that, you'll do things differently. Get something to improve yourself at least 1% each day. Never depend on single income. Make investment to create a second source. When a person with money meets a person with experience, the one with experience ends up with the money, and the one with money leaves with experience. The more you learn, the more you earn. If you're investing in your education and your learning, you should do that as early as you possibly can, because then it will have time to compound over the longest period. An idiot without a plan can beat a genius without a plan. If you wait till you know everything, it's too late. To be successful, look for the job you will take if you don't need a job. You should never test the depth of the water with both feet. A small chance of distress or disgrace cannot, in our view, be offset by a large chance of extra returns. It is madness to risk losing what you need in pursuing what you simply desire. I would rather be certain of a good result than hopeful of a great one. Someone's sitting in the shade today because someone planted a tree long ago. Our basic principle is that if you want to shoot rare, fast-moving elephants, you should always carry a loaded gun. The less the prudence with which others conduct their affairs, the greater the prudence with which we must conduct our own. Read 500 pages every day. That's how knowledge works. It builds up, like compound interest. All of you can do it, but I guarantee not many of you will do it. I want to give my kids just enough so that they would feel that they could do anything, but not so much that they would feel like doing nothing. What's out of sight, however, should not be out of mind. History teaches us that a crisis often involves problems to correlate in a manner undreamed of in more tranquil times. Go to bed a little smarter each day. It's good to learn from your mistakes. It's better to learn from other people's mistakes. Anyone can read what I read. This is a fair playing field. The key is having more information than the other guy, then analyzing it right and using it rationally. The happiest people do not necessarily have the best things. They simply appreciate the things they have. The chains of habit are too light to be felt until they're too heavy to be broken. Good behavior by each party begets good behavior in return. Of course, a business with terrific economics can be a bad investment if the purchase price is excessive. The best business to own is one that over an extended period can employ large amounts of incremental capital at very high rates of return. It is better to be approximately right than precisely wrong. You only have to do a very few things right in your life, so long as you don't do too many things wrong. There seems to be some perverse human characteristic that likes to make easy things difficult. Price is what you pay. Value is what you get. Honesty is a very expensive gift. Don't expect it from cheap people.